Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be planning for session 3 of Godkiller. The session will be occurring tomorrow. Don't worry, because I actually have been doing some things behind the scenes. I'm not slapping everything together at the last minute. It's just not something that I can show you because it's all lore for later on, lore about the world that the players and characters won't be exposed to yet. But today we'll be doing the actual preparation for the session itself and the events that will happen within. So let's hop on over to my notes. And I'm down here now. So this is how I set up my notes. If you've seen the previous DM prep videos for Kingmaker, this will be similar but a little bit different. So I've recently discovered a great method for preparing for D&D sessions called it's in Sly Flourish's book, The Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master. And I read that and I was skeptical at first, but I tried it out and I have run it through several, like dozens of sessions. I've used this system for other games and it has worked very well for me. So that's what I'll be using today. There's multiple ways to plan, as I'm sure that you will see with other DM planning videos in the future, but this is just my preferred method to go about it. I like the structure of it, I like what it forces me to think about, and all that stuff. So the first thing that you do is the character review. So you write down who the characters are, what they're like, and then I'll make notes about each of the characters, something that they want to accomplish in the session, or something else like that. So we'll go ahead and do that, but first, unfortunately, Tara, aka Valia, will be dropping out of this campaign for now. So, to write her character out, I'll say that she's placed under academic probation and has to go back to teaching courses in order to maintain her tenure and professorship. So, this will make a good reason for why she isn't adventuring with the party anymore, while also leaving it open for her to return in the future when she can. So, let's get to the character review though. So, Faramel, Sean White's Minotaur Paragon. His shtick, basically, is that he's an ex-adventurer turned lightning collector turned back to adventurer, and he's just looking for a new group to protect and all that good stuff. So his whole thing is the virtue of ascension, mostly focused on dragons. So I don't have anything for that yet, because it's still very early in the campaign, way too early for a dragon. So we won't have much to do with him. However, he is a crew member of the Borealis. And so he'll know, like, how the airship works and all that stuff. It hasn't really come up yet, because there hasn't really been any conflict in the air. But maybe that'll change tonight, who knows. Lasco, Adrian's Lizard Folk Ranger, has kind of been, his kind of background has kind of been coming up a lot recently with the alchemical weapons caches that they've been finding. So, I think we can do more with that, because in the previous session, they told the Elder Dean about the cache, and the Elder Dean said that they would go take care of it. Well, I am sure that when they return, the Elder Dean will have something to say about that. So, we can skip down to write a potential scene for this. So another format. Well, we'll get to this later. I'll do the steps in order. For now, and then we can skip around later on. So his deal is with, he has discovered the alchemical weapons caches, and is searching for a way to dispose of them. Because he knows that they're dangerous, he just doesn't know how to get rid of them in a safe way without detonating them and potentially causing some ecological damage. Kaisa's pretty straightforward. Formerly associated with the gangs, cleaned up her act a bit, and now works as a bartender, going to school for business to potentially open up her own bar eventually. She doesn't really have a lot going on right now. I can put trouble with the gangs, which will probably happen in the future, but I don't know if it's the right time for that, because what I don't want to do is discourage the party from going out into the mountains by making urgent matters at home. So I've made this mistake in the past where I set up a bunch of side quests and places to explore and then drop a big problem that they have to deal with a time limit. And I don't want to do that again. I want to give them plenty of room and the freedom and the peace of mind to explore the world, to pursue whatever interests them. I'll be dropping plot hooks all over the place. I've done this before, but once again there was that pressure to pursue something else, and then the side quests were just stuff that kept piling up and they never had time to resolve any of it, so it was just like a big to-do list hanging over their heads, and I want to avoid that. So we won't do anything with Kaisa yet, but we may have a so she was a formerly associated with a gang in Laurelda, now works as a bartender while going to school. So we don't have anything to do with her yet. And this character review step isn't really like to plan, it's to just kind of get your bearings with the characters, get to know them, know what they're about, what the player, where the player wants to go with them. And those are conversations that you can have individually with the players. You just like message them or pull them aside and talk to them and be like, hey, what themes are you interested in exploring with this character? Like, what do you want to do with it? If somebody puts like a certain NPC in their backstory, they're probably going to want to do something with that. And it's nice to get the person's opinion about where they would like to see their character going. And that doesn't mean that you can't surprise them later on with twists and bringing up stuff from their backstory. It's just making sure that you both are on the same page with what kind of story beats you want to hit and what kind of themes you want to establish, and it makes it a more cohesive character overall, because there have been times where I've completely misinterpreted the direction that a player wanted to go with their character. And Kjell's, so Ronan's Star Ganassi Druid, is a basically an exile from his homeland because of a lot of different circumstances. I don't think there's anything I can do with that currently. There will be some things coming up later, depending on where they go. Once they get out of the mountains and more into some wooded areas, not to say that the mountain doesn't have forests on it, but that's more of like a boreal forest. I'm talking more like a temperate forest. Then I can start to do more with that, because I think that he will be related to the Feywild in a way. So stay tuned for that. So exiled from his clan, but it was kind of self-imposed, and fled. Not really fled. He kind of like traveled to the edge of the world and stuff, and then came back. He is very close with Lila. They met each other very on in each other's backstories. So I don't know what they're doing with that. It seemed like they were kind of going into a romance thing. I don't know if the engagement was a joke or not. We'll see how that develops. But yeah. So, now... Oh, he is also a thematic navigator, which means that he's attuned to the thematic energies of the world. Thematically awakened. And the thematic energies are kind of like ley lines, but they're kind of not. There are actual ley lines, but that's more associated with the Fae and certain structures that they'll find later on. But the thematic energy of the world is kind of like this quasi-magical energy that's underlying every part of the world. There's paths that you can take on it, kind of like ley lines, but they don't have a match in the physical world. They're more connected to sources of arcane magic, whereas ley lines are more natural primal magic. And thematic energy is more arcane, manufactured, enchantment, magic, kind of that stuff. So he's thematically awakened. There is another professor at the university who is also thematically awakened, and I think there might be a good encounter with them later on. So we'll get to that in the potential scenes. Lila's whole deal is obviously she's a drow from the Underdark. The drow clan that she is from is incredibly violent and warlike and very angry. And she inherited the family weapon, and instead of taking it up in battle against the surface elves, she fled and eventually met Kiel. So that's her deal. And I have tons of plans for her patron, and it will play a very big role in the game. And I can't mention anything about that here, because that is a long-term thing that'll come up. But Lila did perform a occult ritual with a ritualistic dagger last session that gave her a glimpse at a imposing figure with a seemingly alive sword, who spotted her watching him. So that was a event that happened with her last session. Not sure what she'll do about that. But I also did mention that the symbol on the guy's cape was of a noble house. Well, not a noble house, the royal family of the, I don't remember what the nation was called. The Caurelian nations are hard for me to keep track of. I think it's Usarian? No, not Usarian. Palladios. Yeah. The one that got magically nuked. So, Palladios. Fun. So, she is formerly a member of a violent clan of Drow in Underdark. Inherited their family weapon and fled to the surface. Her patron is very important. And I have more information about this elsewhere in my notes, but I can't show that because I don't want to spoil too much about the campaign. And lastly, we have Rivane, Jacob's Shadarkai Twilight Domain Cleric. And this one's a very difficult one because Jacob did an amnesia backstory where he does not know anything about his past. That gave me a blank slate. I'm still working on what I'm going to do with it, and when I do decide what I'm going to do with it, I probably will not include it in one of these videos, just to keep the surprise. But the general idea is that he's a cleric of some sort of astronomically related deity, like the lady, and then there's like the star and like moon imagery and everything. And he entered the university through a shadow Shadow Crossing from the Shadowfell, and was first found by Alexi, the Goliath janitor. So Shadow Crossings are, if you don't know, the Shadowfell is a parallel plane to the material plane, which is like a dark reflection of it. So if there is a city in the material plane, there's going to be a city in that same spot in the Shadowfell, but it is a dark mirror of that. There are rivers in the Shadowfell that mirror real life rivers, and in places where the Shadowfell intersects with the material plane are called Shadow Crossings. And usually those occur in places of high emotional turmoil and stuff like that. And we joked that the creation of this Shadow Crossing was because it was a magical law classroom, or no, it was, I think it was the site of a really bad exam. Like, so much so that like, it was such sadness because of this exam that it created a Shadow Crossing. And I just thought that was hilarious. Yeah, oh, it was a poli-sci exam, a political science exam. So yeah, so many people failed it, and it went so horribly that it opened up a gate to the Shadowfell. And I think that's hilarious, and I think that the fact that a university exists in the Shadowfell at this place, and Ravane somehow found his way in and lost his memory, there's a lot of possibilities, because that means that there is a version of Lorelda in the Shadowfell. And what's going on there? Who knows? Stay tuned and we'll find out. So yeah, that's the character review. It's a lot longer than I would normally do, but I wanted to give a brief overview of each character and where I'm kind of going with them. And now we get to the next step of the Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master steps, and that is the Strong Start. So the Strong Start is how you open your campaign, or your session. Like what the first scene is. And usually it's something that you want to be action-packed. It's like something's going on. You're not just going to start with people kind of sitting around doing whatever. You want to make it obvious that it's time to play now. A lot of the times this can be like a fight or a important reveal or something like that, but a lot of the time it can just be like a scene that they have to interact with. So far, what I did last session, Crystal Conundrum here, is I did the party reporting to the Elder Dean, which I think is kind of going to be what they're going to be doing here, because they're heading back to the Elder Dean to tell him about their findings in the ritual ruins. I think that's what I refer to them as. Let me check. I refer to them, yeah, the ritual temple. Yeah, the ritual temple and the overgrown temple. That's what I refer to them, yeah. So they're going to present their findings from that to the Elder Dean and see if that is enough to please him. They're being very scared with losing their tenure, which I love. Like, they're not taking any chances. They did not want to go to the third location here because it would put them one day over their deadline, and they didn't want the Elder Dean to be mad at them, which is great. So they're going to report to him, let him know what's going on. And yeah, I think he'll approve it, because if I don't approve it, it's kind of like, okay, what's the point of all this? They're not going to have any funding, so I think he'll approve it. And what they're looking for is, I think they're looking for, from what I've heard, is they need more, they want to be sponsored by the university, so they want crew to help them, they want money. I think I'll give them an archaeological crew that will kind of work asynchronously with them. So the crew will go to the places that they've previously been and kind of do further research on them and document stuff and all that. But I don't really want them to have this crew with them all the time, because I don't like dealing with a bunch of NPCs like that. It can get really annoying, and then I'd have to play like 4 or 5 NPCs at once, and I don't really want to do that, and it makes encounter balancing hard, so I'm just gonna solve that by having the archaeological team follow them, like be a site or two behind, an adventuring site or two behind. So they'll start researching the overgrown temple, and then they'll head to the ritual temple, and then they'll head to whatever they find here. So yeah, I think that's how the meeting will turn out. So once again, it's a strong start in a meeting with Elder Dean. I think his name was Varanor. I'll get these names down better as we progress, but I usually in the first 10 or so sessions I have to check a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Varanor. I have to go back, and especially with names, I'm so bad about names. Even ones that I make up. In his office, about their findings in the ritual temple. So they will probably present the tablet that they found, the thematically active tablet. Maybe? I don't know. It really depends. So they'll probably present the thematically active tablet along with the wall carvings that they saw. Because they did find the Diwali. They did learn about the Diwali people. Who are followers of the Phalor, the Divine. Oh, I'll have to censor some of this stuff. But yeah, the Diwali people basically worshipped Phalor as the chief divine and believed in like battle, glorious death, all that typical war god culture stuff. So how this will end up is, I think that first Varanor is going to have Valia escorted out. And assigned several courses to teach. Just to get that out of the way. And then he's going to talk about the potential of their findings. Especially because the Diwali people aren't well known, and most historians haven't been able to really place them accurately in the timeline. Like when they were active and all that stuff. And they are particularly interesting now that they seem to have been around. Alright, I'm back. I said a spoiler there, and I had to go back and redo that because I mentioned an event that is not have confirmed to have happened yet. So I replaced it with whatever happened with the angels. We'll fix that one in post. So, yeah, so this is what the strong start's going to be. It'll probably end up with the Elder Dean approving their research and assigning an archaeological team to backtrack through their previous discovered locations. And he might provide like a stipend of 10 gold a week or something like that, maybe. I don't know, give him some monetary encouragement to continue on. Yeah. So that's the strong start. It's a little bit more detail than you would normally go into. Oh, well, also, Baranor needs to mention his desk. Of course. It's a little more detailed than I would normally go into, but for these big social scenes, I like to have a little more written down because I'm not as good at making those up on the fly. With a fight scene, I usually just do like a one sentence, the fight happens, but for these social scenes, I usually put more down. So next is the potential scenes, and the potential scenes are what may happen. None of these are guaranteed to happen. I should probably... This wouldn't really be a potential scene. This would be part of the strong start, but I'll just put it here. You put what might happen in the session, and as it happens, you can check it off and everything. And you just make a vague outline of a lot of this. You don't go into a lot of detail, and then you can improvise the rest. So, for example, for the Crystal Conundrum, I split it up a bunch because they were doing a lot of research. So maybe this one isn't the best example of using this process, but this one sure is. And this is a... for my potential scenes, I just have like the party arriving at the waterfall with a cave opening, and then there's a group of goblins led by a hobgoblin. They're wearily peering into the ruins entrance. They seem scared, and then a little bit of dialogue. And like a series of pit traps, a trail of blood leading to a door, and finding a stone sarcophagus with two figures grasping the lid, that kind of stuff. So that's basically all you want to put down, as maybe a little bit more than that if you don't have any maps or anything, but just enough to get your brain working and remind you of the kind of stuff that you want to happen there. And you can go into more detail if you want to, but I find it best if you can keep it pretty short and then improvise the rest. You basically put down the point that you want to get across here. So for potential scenes here, the first place that I look to get ideas for these is at the end of every session. I make the players put down some goals and basically what they want to do the next session. So check with the Elder Dean. This one's pretty straightforward. I don't really have to do anything with this because that's a strong start. Kiel wants to research the tablet, the thematically active tablet, and luckily I already had something for that right here. Well, not that exactly. Researching the tablet, I have other stuff like right here. The researching the seal part, I already had this planned out because this was before I knew that Ronan wouldn't make that session. So I have this section here, and I can just basically take it, slap it in here. And that's the great part about planning that far in advance, is not planning that far in advance, but preparing in the past for things that don't happen in that session, is I can reuse the planning for it. And I have a little bit of dialogue that Beryl and Nalis wants to talk about here. And yeah, so that will be researching the thematically active tablet. Unless, because I know that he specifically said that he wanted to find somebody who is interested in the thematic stuff. But if there's stuff in the library, I have, if he wants to go to the library or something like that, I can basically improvise that, because I know what the tablets are and what they do. So I don't really have to write much of that stuff down. Same with find a way to transport the barrels. They kind of forgot about this one, and I have like a whole thing up here. So sometimes what I'll do is, instead of putting all of the potential scenes under the potential scenes header, if there's multiple paths that I planned for, I'll split them into their separate headings and then put potential scenes also down here. So this is still in the potential scenes section, it's just a better way for me to organize it. So yeah, that's what I'll do for transporting the barrels, because I had already planned for that last week. And find the silver required for the ceremony. I also planned for that last week, and it's just really easy. Like, there's minor, just random jewelry shops that they can go to. There's not a big deal for the silver pieces. And then they want to go to the third location. So they found that thematically active tablet that led to a third location, and they are probably going to go after that once they clear it with the Elder Dean. So I'll be, we'll have to plan out that third location here. But before that, we will investigate the ritual dagger with Lila. So in the ritual temple, they found a very ornate ritual dagger that Lila used to cut her hand onto this seal on the floor, and it caused a vision, basically. So, researching the dagger, we'll find that there is nothing special about it, but it is worth a lot of money. So, it wasn't the ritual dagger that was magical. Did I say that it was magical, though? Okay, so I know that the ritual dagger isn't what caused the vision, but I don't remember if I said that it was magical or not. So, in these situations, I'm glad that we record the sessions, because I can go back into it and I can rewatch the episode. I can rewatch the episode to see what I said. Oh. Stand by. Okay, so this is where they're opening the secret compartment. Yeah, I remembered that there was supposed to be a dagger in there. Okay, it was ambiguous. Alright, that's fine. There's nothing magical about it. But it is worth a lot of money. How much did I say it was worth? About 200 gold to a collector. Okay. Cool. And then they want to investigate the magical mask. Ah, yes, the magical golden mask that they found in the overgrown temple. So I gotta figure out what this thing does, because it is a important relic to the Diwali people, enough that they put it on a high priest in a trapped, magically sealed tomb. And it does have a magical effect. I think that they use this item to commune with their divine, or they believed as much. And it might actually do so. I think maybe it's inhabited by a spirit, or something similar. Maybe it's not sentient. Maybe it allows them to contact a minor celestial of Phalor. So maybe like one of his underling celestials. Not him himself, that would be ridiculous. But I don't know. Let's see what kind of celestials exist. Okay, so this doesn't seem like all of them. Do I have all my... Guess so. Maybe a Deva? What's a Deva do? Stand by while I research. I could make it up, but I do want to be faithful. Because certain celestials do have specific roles in the divine hierarchy. It says that it's in the monster manual. Page 16. Ah, here they are. Deva. Deva are angels that act as divine messengers or agents to the material plane, the Shadowfell, and the Feywild that can assume a form appropriate to the realm they are sent to. Oh, well... Perfect. That actually works really well. Let me look at the others and make sure that there isn't another one. Planetars are the weapons of the gods. Yep, so that one won't work. Solar is... Okay. Ah, yeah, okay. Solars, yeah. They're the big boy angels. Okay, yeah, so a Deva it is. Yep. Cool. So, once you have attuned to the mask, it allows you to contact Deva Phalor once per day. It will, and this isn't going to be like a hotline to the god where you're just like, hey, what's your god think of this? I think it will only respond with like scripture and like the known religious sayings and stuff. So basically the high priest used this to commune with his god, or representative of his god, and basically learn what kind of things the god likes, like what he values. So yeah. I don't know how they'll try to research it. I have no idea how they'll try to research it, so let me think. They'll probably go to the library. There might be a book. The library may have a book about the Diwali. But all it will say about the mask is that most depictions of a high-ranking priest have them wearing the mask. Going to a temple of Phalor, talking to the priest, we'll have the priest saying that it is a holy artifact used by some cultures to commune with the divine. So yeah. And I think that while attuned to the mask, if you violate tenet of Phalor, you will get an angry message from the Deva. I'll have to come up with a name for it. And then he will gladly buy it from them for, I don't know, 500 gold pieces. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a holy relic of his religion, or of the people that primarily worship Phalor, and he'd probably want it, especially since it allows him to commune with his god, or her god, or their god. I don't know who this priest will be yet. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to come up with a priest. Cool. So there's that goal. And then obtain pet. I'm just going to leave this one there. Cool. So this is it for the other goals. Now we just have to do the third location. So, I'll make this another heading, just to keep it separate from the others. So like this will be the in town. This will be out on their adventures. And oh, it's not showing my... Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I was looking at the screen and I couldn't see my cursor, but realized it's because it's this tiny little thing. It's hard to see on that screen. Cool. So, what's next in the steps? I'll come back to this. I'll start working on the secrets and clues. So these are very important. These are secret little like unknown bits of lore or information that the players can discover as they go through the session. You don't write down how they'll find it, you just write down what the information is, and you can improvise how they find it later on. So in this example, what I want them to find out is that what information do I want to impart? The seals are for keeping a gate shut. somewhere. So the seals that they've been finding and reassembling were disassembled for a reason, and it is to keep a gate shut. They'll probably figure that out in the third location, but they might not. They might find it somewhere else. And I also think that they'll find out that the Fist of Jarum is in pursuit of magical artifacts throughout the Australis Mountains. Maybe they'll run into them at the third location, maybe not. It depends on how much time they take. Maybe they'll run into them some other place. Maybe they'll see them in the city asking around, because this isn't like classic D&D hobgoblins where they're all evil and stuff. Like, hobgoblins and stuff can exist in a city or wherever, and people won't really care too much about it. They're just people. What else do they want to discover? Maybe something about their backstory? I know what they need to discover. The alchemical weapon cache in the overgrown temple is gone. Uh-oh. So, they told the dean about the cache, and maybe he'll mention that during the strong start. He'll be like, hey, you know, all those bombs that you said were there, we didn't find anything that looked like a bomb. And I'll love to see their faces when that happens. Also, I'm not telling who took it or where they went. That'll be for later. Cool. So what else do we have? What else do we want to do here? I know what it could be. Symbol on the cloak of the figure Lila saw in her vision is of the royal house. The person is I think this is a monarchy. Yeah, it's a kingdom. Crown Prince Palladius. I haven't decided how I want to pronounce this yet. I think Palladius sounds better than Palladius. Palladius sounds like a Pokemon, like Latios. Or Latias, I mean. So yeah. So that's a secret they can discover if Lila so chooses to pursue that. What other secrets? I'll probably have some good secrets with when I develop the third location. I just want to get a few of them out of the way here. Something about Kaisa? Maybe. Oh, I need to update Kaisa's token because Maddie did decide on a last name for her. There we go. Cool. Maybe Anna has an uncanny way of moving throughout the library. She is always 3 steps away. She mentioned that offhandedly last session, but if they go to the library again, I can kind of reinforce that. Alright, let's just hop into the third location here. So the third location will be another temple of the Diwali, obviously. And they'll find the third piece of the seal in there. I just gotta think about what exactly I want the seal, like what I want the structure's purpose to be. Because the first structure was kind of like a scholarly, research-oriented place, also like a tomb. This one was purely ritualistic and ceremonial, so yeah, that one is pretty self-explanatory. So what's this last one? So this last one holds a key to a gate. And the gate I know for a fact is like right here, on top of this, or close to the top of this peak. So what would the final place be? And it leads to like a sacred site of Diwali. So what would be in this place? Maybe it's a like a training compound, because they are followers of the Divine of War, so obviously martial prowess would be very important to them. So maybe they are maybe this is like a military compound where they go to train and everything high up in the mountains, or maybe low, maybe it's in like a valley. It could be like carved into a mountain. Like actually set into the stone of the mountain itself, with like big flat areas carved out like right on the edge of the mountain, with like maybe a tiny railing around it, or maybe it's just open. Like you know, like here's like the roof. Here's this, and then there's like in the mountain, and it's like a little slot, and the floor is here, and they do their battle and everything in there, and the mountain's ahead of it. That wasn't a helpful diagram, but I know what it meant, and I can describe it. So we gotta find some maps for this. Now what I usually do for maps is I go into my folder here, not this one, my folder of battle maps, and I look for applicable battle maps. So I just scroll through them. Like I just go through them all, pick one that fits. But I don't think that I'm gonna find a good one for this. I might have to make it myself. I may have to, unless I can find it. Mountain, monastery, battle map. I may be able to find something in here. Oh, that's tiny. Oh, it's 5K. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this includes. This might work. It's in good condition, though. That's the problem. This is a little too well maintained. This is really nice, though. But they're training grounds. And it still, like, goes over the mountain a bit. Maybe I'll keep that one just in case. Hilltop Monastery. Wow, that is a big... This might work, although I imagined it being more like... Oh, that's really nice, though. Really detailed. I imagined it more built into... Yeah, kind of like this. This is a good one, too. I do have a version of this map that I could use. Oh, this is a good one. It's kind of small, though. Do they have an interior? Oh, they do have an interior. I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be a bigger complex than this. What about this? Oh! They have a version of it with the interiors. Yeah, it's a little small. I want something a little longer than that. About this. This one's fine. I may end up making it myself. This one's pretty good, but it's also small. Oh, I know what I can use. I have a battle map prepared for Mountainside Cliffs. So I can use this as the entrance, because this is kind of like a cave entrance here. So I could actually start them up here and have a fight on the edge of the mountain. And then they have to make it down here. I want to flip this map, though. Can I rotate in Foundry? No, I don't think I can rotate in Foundry. That's unfortunate. I want to flip it 90 degrees clockwise, so it's a horizontal base map. And they have to get from the right to the left side. I can just flip it. Whoops, didn't mean to launch that. I'll close it when it pops up. Yeah, so I can go into here. Godkiller, images, battle maps. Get out of here. And then I find the map, which is the Mountainside Cliffs, and all I have to do is flip it. There we go. That'll do. Save it. Go here. Select something else. And go back in. Hopefully this works. Sometimes when you update... Okay, it did work. I just have to resize the actual scene. So I flip these 4096 by 1024. And there we go. Although my tokens disappeared. Wonder where they went. Oh well. I'll put them over here. Cool. So yeah, they gotta get from that side to this side. But what are they gonna fight here? Some sort of flying creature. I wonder if there's a way that I can filter by flying creatures. I'm sure somebody on the internet has already done it for me. Hey, look at that. Thanks, guy on Reddit. What do we have that can fly? Chimera? That'd be kind of fun. What's a Chimera like? Three attacks. CR6, they're level 3. That might be a little rough for them. If there's only one, it would be fine, but two would be way too much, and I don't really want to do a single monster combat. What else do we have? Cockatrice can fly, really? Well, maybe some wyverns. This could work, aren't... Those can't be too high a CR. Oh, they're also CR. Well, shoot. I guess I could scale them down if I need to. What would be living up here? A rock, for sure. That's like CR 18 or something like that. No, all these are demons and devils. What is this? Cool. Oh, they're the divine ones. Yeah, they wouldn't be fighting one of those. Fairy dragon? No. What would be harassing? Harpies? Harpies is a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, rock would be cool, but... Or maybe it's just a bunch of giant eagles and they have a nest up here. What's CR or giant eagles? CR1? Oh, that's great. I can do like 6 of them. What is this? How close is this to the budget? 2,400. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Yeah, maybe just 6. There's some giant eagles nesting here. Giantle. Giant eagle. Yeah. We get one of these. And we can just have them like dive bombing the party. What's their fly speed? 80 feet. I'll have one like guarding the nest. So I think this right here maybe is the entrance. This little like, oh no, right here probably will be the entrance. And then this right here will be the nest. I'd like to get a nest. Is there like a nest token I can get? Oh, this is good. Oh, I gotta buy it on Roll20 though. Burst nest. Oh, perfect. This is great. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Wait, do I have to pay for this? 70 cents. Man. Wait, how is it 70 cents? Will it prompt me to pay? Yeah. Yep. That's the problem. Darn, that's a really good one. Oh, this works too. About this one. This is a good one. And cut this one out. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So I can just go to my desktop here and grab this. Ah. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna have to break out the Photoshop here. I don't want to have to work with paint. Grab some of these. Gonna be kind of messy, but oops. Doesn't have to be neat. I would not be going about it like this if I was doing like an actual image edit, but it's kind of gross looking, but it'll get the job done. They'll understand what it is. Oops. Oops. There we go. That'll do. What is up here that's causing it to not trim? There we go. Oh well, this'll work. So we want to go to here, worlds, just icons. There we go. Then what we can do here is we can import an asset, put it right here, and give it that image path. Like this. There we go. Now we have a bird's nest. Yeah, that works. Yeah, and this guy's on it. Yeah, looks good. That works well. And these guys will be, maybe I'll put another one over there. And the ruins will be right. I can put a little note here so I remember to mention that. Make it hidden. There we go. Cool, yeah, so it's like a vertical battle. Nice. Okay. So, and the party follows the thematic navigation line to the newest place. They are beset by giant eagles. They can also see the entrance to the ruins. Distance. So before we do this, we can do another step of the 8 steps, and that is coming up with fantastic locations. Basically coming up with cool adventure sites, places where the action happens. So in this case, it would be the Diwali Training Temple. And it would be carved into the side of the mountain with terraces for training. And stone carvings inside indicating special martial maneuvers. Is there a monk in the party? I don't think so. Yeah, there's a pugilist. So I was thinking maybe if a character sat down and like studied these carvings, that they could maybe learn new martial techniques. And maybe I will allow them to do that. Like if they spend some time sitting there and researching it, they could get a Battle Master maneuver. Like they could get the Martial Adept feat, basically. I think that's what it's called, Martial Adept. It's the, it's that one feat that gives you a, yeah, Martial Adept. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you learn 2 maneuvers. Maybe it would be a nerfed version of this. Maybe 1 maneuver. Maybe I'd decide what the maneuver is right now. Okay. Ambush, bait and switch. So what would a warlike order of monks have that somebody could use? Evasive footwork could be a good one. Disarming attack could be a good one. Post could be a good one. Lunging attack is good. Fainting attack. Maybe evasive footwork. What die size was Martial Adept? Ratio. Oh, a d6. Yeah, that works. Cool. Studying this for an hour. Give one person a superiority die and the evasive footwork. Battlemaster maneuver. Right? I think that's what that was called, right? Yeah, evasive footwork. Yep. Cool. And it is... So what would be defending the temple? Before I had the Crystal Guardian, and I had the Stone Guardian. Maybe it's the Steel Guardian now. I have an idea for this, but we'll come back to that in the relevant monsters section. The Giant Eagle, and then the Steel Guardian. Yeah, so we'll come back to that. So, when the party follows the thematic navigation line to the newest place, they're beset by giant eagles. They can also see the entrance to the ruins in the distance. Cool. Arriving at the compound, I see that it is sealed shut. Only opening when the seal is presented to them. So this is something that they did last session, where they presented the seal at the door and it opened. It'll be the same thing this time. So now I need to get an actual map of the compound, and I think I'm gonna have to make it myself, which is fine by me. So I have Dungeon Draft. Does it have an update? I don't think so. I don't remember where I go to force an update, but oh well. So this is fine. Alright. Fun, fun, fun. So, we gotta have our mountainside. Well, first let's do the entrance. Entrance will be stone with like a stone wall. So here's the entrance. And they come in here. So we gotta get ourselves some pillars. Slap those in here. Maybe I move these up like that. Yep, that works. So we got the pillars and we got a hallway. I'll lead down here. I think we're gonna need like quarters up here, so maybe like a few rooms. That'll be like this. Maybe like a barracks. What happened there? Then we'll have like a big plateau here. Just put the wall there for now. Hello? There we go. Not battlements. Stone. Oh, okay, so that's how the curve tool works. Make 2 points. Okay, I get it, I get it. There we go. Nice. No, wait. Redo. Come back. Oh no! Did I lose it? Oh. Darn. Okay. Do it again. There we go. Ew. These are not clean. Maybe I'll make the half circle first, and I'll connect the walls to it. What's the best way to make a circle in this thing? Like that, I see. Ah, I see a good way to do it. Of course, just like CAD, I see. Okay. Okay, alright. So I want the half circle to go like here. Yes, and then I can have this intersect with here, and I can connect them with walls. Oops. Sorry, I'm just figuring out. Oh no. Okay. That wasn't good. Alright, so now I can put like some doors here. Hello? It's not letting me put them here? There we go. Why not here? Why can't I put a door here? Huh? Okay, redo. Okay. Be gone. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Okay. Stand by. We are having some issues here. Alright, okay, cool. So we can do one of these. this is like their little sanctuary. Kind of want it to be wider, though. That, yeah, that works. Then I can add the walls myself. Kind of want it to be over. I know I could be doing a polygon here, but whatever. Oh, meant to do a wall. Then I can put 2 doors there. Kind of want to do one of these. Maybe this. Oh, wider. Wider. Cool, cool, cool. Got a floor here. No snap. Oops. No wall. Why is it giving me a wall? I have no wall selected. Oh, there we go. Oh, just a bug. Hello? There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Stop. Oh no. Oh. Complete. Oh god. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, maybe that's why I'll stick with rectangles. I'm polygonally challenged. Boop. 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 Oh! Oh no! There we go. Nice. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Perfect. Oh, I see colors. Cool. Maybe I'll do like a pattern here. Kind of melting my brain right now with this. Okay, back to normal. Perfect. Very hard to see. Cool. Maybe I'll put a wall here. Put a door there. Okay. Oh! Go back. Sorry. Alright. Cool. I have to do the same here. Cool. Do I have a fence? I think it's in the path tool. Yeah. Does this work? No. Wooden fence? Yeah, this works. Alright. Well, I guess I could... Oops. Just straighten it out. Make it a little more on the grid. So this is where the boss battle will be, obviously. In here. Okay, so let's clutter this place up. Gotta get those beds first. Some interior decorating going on here. Oh, how could I forget? Maybe I'll put it up here. Okay. Maybe some more furniture in here. A rug or something. Wow, that's a big rug. Desk. Table. Some chairs. Well, I think that gets the point across. And since they are a sect of warriors, we gotta have their weapon racks here. Then out here. Oh no, it added a. Whoa! When did this happen? Well, shoot. Okay. Ah, good. Okay. Good, I can go through and manually... Yes, good. Okay. Got a remnant right here. Okay, that's... that's good. Thought I'd have to redo it. Let me just, while I'm here, put the door here. It's tiny doors. About this. There we go. Actually, maybe facing the other way would be better. Okay, cool. And then I can put some more stuff here. I don't know, maybe some shields. Bow or so. That's a big sword. Flamberge. Flamberge. I don't know how you say that sword name. Cool. So I need an altar here. So maybe that's... I can find a table that looks kind of like an altar. I think I can maybe do one of these. This would be kind of cool. This floor is obnoxious. Man, why? Okay. Okay, much better. So much easier on the eyes. Holy crap. Okay, while I'm at it, I'll get some wood going on in these bedrooms. What is this? Straw? Oh, that could be cool out here. Oh, okay, that's messing with it. Okay. Oh, probably because I had wall selected if I do. Nah. Maybe just like a bit here. Nah. It's fine the way it is. Okay. So, they liked the brazier puzzles from before. So I think I'll put those here again. Cool. Some evidence that there were fires in there, and then I'd still need an altar here. So maybe a table. And then it can, like, spread open. Oh, here's like a... It's a little too Egyptian for me. Yeah, maybe I don't do that. And then out here I can have all sorts of, like, weapons scattered about. Because the steel golem is going to be an amalgamation of all of the weapons. They're all gonna like combine and fuse together, and then it's gonna like throw swords at people and maybe animate some of these swords like in the first one. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'll put some barrels of weapons in here. Put some targets on the wall. Maybe I just have them lined up like this. Yeah, like that. Some dummies. Nice. Put some of these there. There. Cool. Maybe I'll put some rubble in here so I can get the scatter tool here and grab some of this. What's it called again? It's called like, I think it's, there's some in rock. Yeah. And you just get a bunch of this stuff and you put it around. Get some others. Yeah, stuff like that. Scatter some stuff around here. Yeah, cool. And I think it would be really cool if they do this puzzle here, like right here, before they go out here and fight the Guardian, that these doors like slam open and all of these like weapons and stuff fly in here and then form into the boss. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I think this is done. So I'll export it here. Grid is fine for Roll20. Oh, I should put some lighting in here. Light coming from the ceiling there. This is like sunlight. I think I want to put some like... Oops, go back. I want to put some grass like way down there. Put where's my path tool? There we go. Oops, put it under. I'll cut off the wall here. Put like a dynamic lighting thing here. And then, to make the scale, I will put some tiny trees down there. Like really tiny trees. That looks good to me. Good enough? Oh, I could put some pillars in here, maybe? That'll do. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I'll save this. As, like, monastery. Export. Grid on, lighting on, pixels. 70. Okay. So, this is the monastery. Cool. So it is exported. And oh my gosh, I clicked on that again. Now I just need to open this, go to worlds, which is battle maps, monastery. Then I go here, and I can go to the universal battle map import. I've never used this, I don't know how it works. So we'll see. What is this? Huh. Well, it was worth a shot. I'll just make my own. I don't really want to have to figure that out. Right? 7? Test the grid out. Looks great. Okay, let's add some walls. Ah, shoot. There we go. Fun, fun, fun. Didn't go quite far enough there. Oops. There we go. So I put nodes here and here because that's where I can attach the doors. Makes it a little cleaner. Same with here, I can put another wall right here. See, if I go here, I can branch off of this. Didn't quite get far enough. Oh, come on. You were on top of it. There we go. Alright. Now we gotta put in the doors. Easy enough. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, the map's set up. Oh, I gotta put light sources in. There's one. Gotta put a big one here. There we go. Alright. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, oh, I gotta put the pillars in. Huh? Hello? There it goes. Huh. Must have a bug there or something. Alright. Now I drop the PCs in. It's in the pillar. There we go. You. Usually I forgot to put a door at the entrance. So usually I take like one character like through the whole thing to check for anything that I missed and make sure everything looks good. Cool. So everything looks good. Close all the doors. All right. Now we got to get the golem here. So I think we're gonna want some flying swords hidden in here. How much? How many XP? 300 XP. Flying sword. I don't know what CR I should calculate for our boss. I don't really like to use... How much... What did I end up giving this guy? 3? Maybe this guy will be a 4. CR4. CR5. 500 player. Well, and he'll be spawning these throughout, so I think I can put more. Maybe these will spawn at the start and it can create more. Okay. So this... Ah, man, I made it the wrong type. So let's do non-player character here. Steel Guardian. Find a token for it later. And then I'll come up with some cool abilities for it and stuff later. In time for the session tomorrow. So let's finish this up. I'll do that combat later today. So arriving at the compound, they see that it's sealed shut, only opening when the seal is presented. Go over here. Oh. Where? I need this. There we go. And you do have navigation. Cool. Alright. So, arriving at the compound, they see it's still shut. There are some giant... Okay, and then basically exploring the monastery will be its own thing. And then fighting the Steel Guardian. And solving the Brazier puzzle. And obtaining the final seal fragment. Well, no, because another thematic tablet. Because I always put the thematic tablets behind the puzzles. I think the Steel Guardian, the party sees the seal like laying on the ground, but when they go to pick it up, it hovers in the air, and the weapons conglomerate around it. I think that would be a cooler way to do it. Okay, and so the fantastic locations, if I would have more adventure sites, I would put more locations here. Relevant monsters is what monsters I'm including in here. I don't really... This step isn't necessary for me because I put them all in Foundry anyway. And then I put important NPCs here. And this is like who they are, a brief description about them. So obviously Elder Dean Varanor is here. And this is like a reference for of like what they look like, what their personality is, and stuff like that. And Beryl Nellis, who's a, I think, yeah, Dragonborn. And there's Edna, female gnome librarian. Professor of the thematic laboratory. And oh, will there be hobgoblins here? Maybe on their way out. I think that would be funny. So, like, they were followed in. So they actually have some... So I'll make the boss fight, like... Boss fight happens. These things spread apart. And then... there are some goblinoids waiting for them. How much is this? 700. So we're at 1300 XP this session. Yeah, I think it would be funny if this time they were late. Yeah. Start at 1500 XP if they kill everything. Or deal with everything. Yeah, so we got a bugbear. 2 hobgoblins. 4 goblins. Yeah. So these guys will barge in after. Heading out of the monastery, and some goblinoids from Fist of Jarum arrive and demand that they hand over whatever they found here. Jarum himself demands it. Cool. So I'll come up with some more details about these NPCs and something else. And then you do magic items and treasure. So they're each gonna get a 10 gold piece stipend from the Elder Dean, well, from the university. I usually put like a little thing in with the thematic tablet. I think maybe I'll give him a drift globe. That's a fun one. Drift globe. Yeah. And then some I'll think of some other stuff as well, maybe like a sword or something. And then the last step, I think this is it actually. I don't think I'm missing a step. Task equations, seas, monsters, treasure, secret and clues, potential scenes, strong start, character. Yeah, I think that's it. So other than the finishing touches I'll put on the NPCs and the magic items. Oh, we have to finish the secrets and clues. So I think here is the Diwali believed that after they die, they would join Phalor in eternal battle. So in life, they prepared for that. That's one secret. I think another one could be that... and like I said, you don't put down how they'll find this stuff. You put down what they'll find, and then you can improvise how they find it. So yeah, I'll finish these secrets up, these relevant NPCs, and I'll come up with the mechanics for this this Steel Guardian in between now and tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for joining me on my preparation process. I hope you enjoyed getting a peek behind the screen, and you'll probably be watching this after the session, so I hope you enjoyed the session and that it went as well as I planned. So I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks. Bye.